Once upon a time, I was a young girl. I was. Beneath all these sagging muscles and deep wrinkles and thinning hair lies a young girl from the past. And when I was young, everyone, and I mean everyone, seemed old. My babysitter, I was 8, she was 18, very old. She wore makeup. My pediatrician, he seemed ancient, though he was probably only in his 40s. And when I was a teenager, there was a saying, don't trust anyone over 30. And even then, a 30-year-old seemed older than dirt. Now, it's funny, as you grow up, you're eager to count the years. How old are you, Joanna? Well, I'm 7 3/4. Ha, ha, ha. After 30, you stop that counting shit. And the years fly by so fast. Babies become children and children become teenagers and teenagers become, well, you get the idea. The years keep flying by. And then you start hitting the milestones, 40, 50, 60. And then you get your Medicare card at age 65, and it comes complete with an invisibility cloak. Yeah, you are now officially a crone in this world, worthy of being worthless and ignored. You know, you could rob banks because no one really looks at you anymore. And this is especially true of older women. Crone was a term for a wise woman once upon a time, a guide. But our current society turned crone into a hag with a wart on her nose, the stuff of grim fairy tales. And we all age. It's a part of life, but damn it, I'm not willing to be invisible. No, not me. After all, 70 is the new 40, isn't it? Old is as old as you feel. Okay, on some days that's 100, but on others, I mean, what's wrong with feeling your age anyway? Do I like being 70? Well, considering the alternative, I'll choose 70. And choose I do. I will not let this society limit me. I'm downright obstinate about that and a bit touchy as well. You know, a while ago in Santa Monica, I was at the dog park with my dog, Hotshot. Now, there are 2 sections in the dog park, a section for the big dogs and another section for the little ones. And I was in the little dog section, and Hotshot was running around playing with a bunch of dogs. He liked to play with dogs of all sizes. So we'd alternate between the 2 sections. And then this woman comes into the little dog park, brings a rather oversized dog. The dog immediately runs over to this tiny white fluff of a puppy and attacks it. The couple who own the dog rush in to help and push the bigger dog away, and they pick up their puppy, whose face is bloody and part of her snout is dangling away from her nose. And I mean, they are horrified. And the woman who owns the attacked dog, she says nothing. And she leaves the section of the dog park, not taking responsibility at all. While the puppy's mom holds the bleeding pup, her partner follows the woman out, asking for her information so that she can pay the vet bill. And everyone in the park is watching the unfolding drama, and the woman keeps trying to evade the man, and I step in to help get her information. And between the 2 of us, we corner her, and she reluctantly agrees to take responsibility. And that done, the couple hurries out of the park to take their injured pup to the vet. So I think the incident is over. With order restored, pet owners are chatting and watching the frolicking dogs, but there's this one young woman in her 20s standing nearby, and she's fit like a kickboxer and wearing baggy sweatpants and a cut-off sweatshirt to show off her formidable abs. And she's pretty with a long black hair and dark eyes that now look at me with fury. She starts yelling at me, "You hounded that woman, you're a bitch." And she's walking towards me to intimidate me. "Hey, old lady, why don't you mind your own business?" And now she's just a foot in front of me. Now, here's the truth. When I heard her say, "Hey, old lady," something happened in my brain. Something primitive. My amygdala lit up, and the next thing I know, I'm chest bumping this chick and pushing her backwards while saying, "Who are you calling an old lady?" She's shocked as shit. her face a concoction of surprise, rage, and fear. And she suddenly stands her ground, but our chests are still touching, our noses inches from each other. What do you want, Grandma? Do you want me to hit you? I'm so angry now that my anger is white hot and I'm calm, too calm. And I say to this juvenile girlie, well, if you do hit me, you better make it good because it's going to be the last shot you ever take. And get this, I'm getting ready for the punch. I'm preparing. I'm calculating that if she goes to hit me, I'll take the dog leash, hunt around my neck, and I'll flip it over her head, and I'll pull her towards me, and I'll headbutt her, and then I'll kick her in the groin. All of this flashes in my mind in a nanosecond, and she's frozen. And we just stand there glaring at each other. And then she backs down and says, "You're one motherfucking crazy grandma." And I say, "You got that right." And she grabs her dog and leaves the park. And adrenaline back kicks through my body. And I turn around. And there, sitting on the dog benches, are about a half a dozen people staring at me, mouths wide open in shock and amazement. I know most of them. I look down at the ground, ashamed of my anger, my lack of control, and I mutter, "Sorry, guys." And then one guy starts to clap, and others join in. And then they come over to me, and an old lady says, "That was awesome. You bullied the bully." And another guy says, "Hey, we had your back. If she hit you, we would have taken her down." And they're group hugging me now. And I have to fight the tears. I smile at the dog owners, great folks all. On that day, I became a true crone, a powerful crone. And I define crone as a mentor, a goddess, because once upon a time, you were allowed to be anything you wanted to be. You are who you choose to be, and I refuse to capitulate. Hey, old lady. Yeah, I was fantastic, standing firmly in my power. Ding dong, the witch is hopping. She's alive and eager to live large, and she's the strongest woman. And the strongest woman is a crone who just wants to have fun.